Hello, I'm here with Michael Finnegan today from Pursuit Training and Lorna Learns from the Whitby Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining me today, Michael. There is no question that the pandemic has hit your industry very hard. What impact has it had on you in your business?
Yeah, I mean, the pandemic has been such an interesting impact on all businesses, and I think it's hit every business in its own unique way. And I think the fitness industry, we really took kind of a beating. But with that, I think it also kind of created an opportunity to really evolve and grow businesses in ways that before or pre-COVID wouldn't have been accepted. So, for example, online training before COVID or training over Zoom, it really wasn't accepted. It wasn't really forced upon. There wasn't the need. Where through COVID, it really kind of created that opportunity for a lot of businesses to change into that. Where I think that's kind of a way of the future within the fitness world is you'll see a lot more Zoom training sessions or online training that wasn't there before. No question, it impacted Pursuit Training. We used to have 2 facilities and we're down to 1. But it's funny, with that said, we've actually grown our reach because we really focus our efforts onto to matching the wants and needs of our clients that changed obviously through the pandemic. So we could help people that couldn't necessarily come into the gym or fit into the typical gym schedule. And that way we could service more people. So we've actually grown our reach and been able to help more people through it, despite it all.
And you mentioned how the industry has changed to the fitness world. How has it evolved and how do you feel what will happen in the future going forward?
Yeah, I think pre-COVID, the fitness world was pretty standard. You went to a gym or you went to a private studio, and working out at home was really for someone who didn't really like gyms. You're kind of you were the odd man out if you worked out at home by yourself. The gyms were a culture, and I think that culture will still stand. But I think what's happening is people are seeing the value in working out at home. They're seeing the value of doing online training. They're seeing the value of programming. I think a lot of people built up their own gyms or kind of fitness equipment or gear at home through the pandemic. And I think what they're seeing is they can get a lot more done in a shorter period of time with the right kind of programs written for them, instead of pre-COVID where you go to the gym and let's say it's a 20-minute drive there, a 20-minute drive back, an hour workout, a 20-minute talk with your buddy. Well, that's 2 hours of your time or your day. Where now we're doing workouts with people at lunchtime and it's a 45-minute workout. They're in the shower and back to work within the hour. So I think you'll see some people will drop back to the gym because they want that kind of culture. But I think you'll see more people retract from the gym and stick to working out at home or sticking to the routines they've had on their own. I also foresee the fitness world changing and evolving in that people have really shifted their focus and understanding and appreciation of their health. And that's one thing. I mean, to be blunt, COVID's been very polarizing either way. It's hard to not have a passionate opinion wherever you stand. But one thing we can agree upon is that your health, the value of your health has been displayed over the last 2 years. Good, bad, or indifferent has been displayed. And with that, I think a lot of people have changed their focus from, I want biceps and I want abs, to, no, I want to be healthy. I want to be able to work. I want to be able to fight off flus and colds and whatever else comes our way. So what I've seen a shift in the industry is there's less focus on the aesthetics, still there, of course, and more to how can I perform at my highest level, whatever that high level is.
Okay. And there's definitely efficiencies there too with working out online as well. I think that a lot of people are finding that. How does Pursuit Training evolve and manage and grow throughout the last 2 years?
Yeah, so like I said before, it's really kind of forced you to get back to your grassroots. So at first, we shifted everything online. We wrote programs for people on their own, which we still continue to do. And the way we really grew was we could match people's wants and needs in different ways. So one of the big barriers that we had before was one-on-one training is very expensive. And I understand you need a lot of spending power to do it. You need time to do it. Not everyone can do that. And not everyone is into a group training class, because group training classes, you're locked into that schedule. You're locked into that travel time like we talked about before. So what we've done is we still do our one-on-ones. We still do our semi-privates. but we do a lot of online training where everyone gets their own program. So almost picture a Zoom workout class, like an aerobics class. But instead of aerobics, we do weight training and exercise, but everyone gets their own program. So what happens is you kind of get the camaraderie of the group, you get the culture of training together, but you can match your wants and needs a little bit more specific than we could before. And the nice thing is, because we're not sharing equipment, because we're not in the same place or space when we're doing it, there's really nothing holding you back. A 45-minute workout really is a 45-minute workout, regardless of what your partners are using or not using. We've gotten into a lot more consulting with people because, again, people are really focused on their health, and weight training is a big part of your health. But like I said, it's a part of your health, not the entire picture. A lot of people are struggling more with recovery and sleep and nutrition through it all, more so than getting the activity and exercise.
Okay, thank you. You are fortunate to work with people from so many walks of life throughout your 20 plus years of your business. What is the new challenges for your clients currently facing, and how will you coach them?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think before COVID, our motivations were very different for our health and fitness, and it varies for everyone. And I've always been fortunate to work, the majority of my clientele has always been the business community, so very A-type personality dominant. They're high performers, not necessarily athletes, but high performers in their domains. So typically, pre-COVID, the challenge wasn't motivation, the challenge was education. Well, through COVID, I think it's actually shifted. And one of the things I've seen my clients face is they're struggling with motivation at this point. I think we're all COVIDed out, if we would. And I think we're all fatigued. And I think we're struggling with new challenges to keep things going, whether it be in the gym or at home life or business, whatever it is. So what I've found with my clients is we have to focus on what they do for fun to manage their stress. So it sounds silly, some of our conversations are less about, hey, what did you eat for dinner last night? And it's more, what did you do for fun this week? What do you do for fun, period? What do you do to relax? And if the answer is nothing, which frankly, most people, that is the answer right now, we need to discover that. We need to have a conversation around that. So we've had to shift our conversations from let's work harder and harder and harder to we need to work smarter, and we need to stay motivated and keep you in that happy zone and give you only as much as you can recover from. Because again, right now, I think there's so many people who are struggling with not necessarily depression, that might be an extreme case, but more kind of like the blahs. It's
So
not
too.
outside. What's next?
Yeah.
There's so much negativity and toxicity around us. We need something to look forward to. What am I doing this for? Those are the conversations that we need to have with our clients to kind of coach them through of why are we here? Why are you exercising right now?
Very wholesome approach.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Well, thank you, Michael, for all of that information, which we will share with our membership. I have one question for you, so the membership knows a little bit more about you. Father of 3 lovely little girls, 5, 3, and 1. I noticed when I visited you a few years ago, 2.5 years ago, that you had a little kitchen, toy kitchen. What is the favorite food that they make for you in that little toy kitchen?
Well, shocking surprise. My kids always give daddy protein, protein, protein. Protein, and they love sushi. The Finnegan house loves sushi. Even my 11-month-old will go nuts for sushi. So I don't know if I'd eat their sushi, but we get lots of sushi and lots of protein.
That's hilarious. Okay, well, I'd just like to thank you very much, Michael, for joining me from Pursuit Training on Lorna Learns, and I would love to share all this information with our membership. Thank you.
And thanks for having me.